Good evening, Teacher F. I am Rizbin Parami, the member of Group 5, and our topic is specific learning disabilities. So, let's start. Uh, Educational challenges. Students with learning disabilities can face a number of educational challenges. This may include first is difficulty reading out loud. So, difficulty reading out loud. Be aware sometimes students have difficulties in reading out loud because of some reason they are not confident of what they pronounce it properly. So next is poor reading comprehension. So some students knows how to read but they find it hard understand that what's really saying about. Third is struggling writing papers and essay. Writing demands a broader vocabulary and more complicated syntax or sentence structure than speaking. Reading and writing both acquire mastery of vocabulary and syntax, but writing places greater emphasis on students because they must construct the words and sentences rather than simply comprehend them. So fourth is trouble understand lecture. So sometimes students with learning disabilities are more likely to get distracted that can affect their focus. And the last is difficulty holding a pencil. This is when a child do not know how to hold a pencil properly. It tends to affect their handwriting. So next is parents or family involvement. There are 9 tips for parents. And first is learn about how disabilities. So in general, the first tip is to try to understand the child's issues and examine how this limitation may affect self-help skills, communication, discipline, play, and independence. We encourage them to focus on the child's strengths in order to boost self-esteem and support them. So, second is praise your child when he or she does well. So, praise builds your child's self-esteem and confidence. You are teaching your youngster how to think and speak positively about themselves by utilizing praise. You are teaching your youngster how to recognize and appreciate their accomplishments. So number 3 is find out the ways your children learn best. So as parents, we are familiar with our children's preferences, dislikes, habits, and desires. And recognizing their unique learning style can help us improve the way we teach kids throughout their lives, allowing them to master their schoolwork and flourish in life. So, fourth is let your son or daughter help with household chores. So, homework has value outside of classroom. When parents participate in homework process, it allows them to understand about what their child is learning during the day. And six is pay attention to your children's mental health and your own. So, uh, parents may be great catalysts in building self-acceptance and self-esteem in their children by supporting and assisting them in exploring their interests and skills, as well as teaching them as significance of setting realistic objectives and productive strategies to achieve them. Number 7 is talk to others parents whose children have LD. So, because families know their children best, family engagement in planning and decision making is essential. Family input is critical in ensuring that the students receive sufficient supports and that required changes are made so that they may fully participate in the classroom. You can help with other parents who doesn't have any knowledge about LD. So number 8, meet with school personnel and help develop an IEP to address your child's needs. So parental participation offers school a valuable opportunity to enhance present school programs by involving parents in the educational process. Increased parental participation has been linked to higher students' achievements, parental, parental and teacher satisfaction, and school climate. The last is establish a positive working relationship with your child teachers. So parents and teachers also gain. Parents and teachers have been proven to communicate more effectively, create stronger connection with one another, and develop skills to support children behaviors and learning when they work together as a partner. And the next is letter E, intervention. Individualized Education Program, IEP. So this document is very important in the educational life of a child with learning disabilities. It describes the child's needs and the services that the public school system would provide free or charge to address those needs. Second is supports and changes in classroom, called accommodation. So, accessible instructional materials aim are among most helpful to students whose LD affects their ability to read and process printed language. The last is assistive technology. Assistive technology can range out from low-tech equipment such as recorders to high-tech tools such as reading machines, which read books aloud, and voice recognition system, which allows the students to write by talking the computer. And that is my report.